right, let's do this. Set on the keys.
Hey everybody, our first guest is an actor, writer, producer, photographer, graffiti artist, and now also traveling man. He is probably best known for his role as Parker Lewis in the 1990 sitcom Parker Lewis Can't Lose. But right now he's on the road in his RV, taking a trip from coast to coast, living out the American dream. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, CORIN NEMEC. CORIN, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, just slowly growing out my facial hair one day at a time.
I dig it, man. I'm been watching you, keeping up with your kind of your diary on the road, your video diary, and also all your interviews. It looks like you're having a great time, and in a way, you kind of living out the American dream.
Oh, what a shot! Let's do it. I love that. Now this is what's up. You got to get out of the house. Yeah, you know, the moments where we're able to actually get together with folks and do interviews and have these these really special interactions. Those moments are great, but I'm telling you, every other moment in between has been a roller coaster of stress and have major issues with the RV. I don't know. This might put us behind by a day or two, and I'm not sure what this is going to do budget-wise. Obviously, we'll have to figure that out with Rick's RV. I mean, it's been, and we've been without Wi-Fi for like 6 days. So it's just been like, because we're going to the places that most people don't go, and because we haven't, because we're so on time, because there's only 3 of us doing this on the road, and we have a few guys helping us out from offsite, trying to help us out with some scheduling things now, and some guys stepping in to alleviate some of the pressure off of us, but because just the 3 of us have to do everything here, basically we're the work of 6 or 7 people,
Yeah.
and so we're not really able to showcase a lot of what we wanted to showcase in terms of the environments that we're in and all of that stuff, and we're trying to get there. We're gonna have to do another go at the end of the month, because the lease is we only rented the RV for a month, and that was included in the initial fundraiser, which was, it's $5,000 for this thing for a month.
Right. Yeah.
Or a little bit under that, which people were like shocked at. And I was like, actually, it's $3,000 to $4,000 less than what the other RV places were quoting us. And this guy, Rick's RV in Conroe, Texas, he gave us, a great deal, because we're paying $3,000 to $4,000 less. We had gone to a mainstream RV rental place, and tried to get one for a month. So,
right.
So we're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to go back. Maybe get a cheaper, a slightly cheaper RV from him, slightly smaller, a little bit more economically friendly, because the gas on this alone is, you can't even believe it. It's like driving.
I could imagine.
Yacht.
Well, give us
like
the info. Yeah, I can imagine it's got to be tricky to drive that thing. And give us the info for the GoFundMe, and we'll try to drive some traffic that way and help you out on the journey, because I think it's important what you're doing, and you're doing it at a time when it's during a crazy time, which I think is also kind of important, because we got COVID going on, we got riots and protests and aliens and super murder hornets and all kinds of craziness going. We have Hollywood cannibals. The world is upside down, and here you are. You're still going out and you're kind of seeing America for all of its glory, and I think that a lot to be said for doing that.
What this is about shining a light, what light that we can shine on the average everyday working American in different class levels. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to nitpick, but it's where were they born? How did they grow up? What was the challenges that they faced? How did they succeed? So these are, each one of the stories is just an uplifting, story of their lives, because this is not a political thing. This is a religious thing. We're not trying to push any kind of buttons like that. All we want to do is show that every single one of us as American citizens, our class, our religious background, our political bent, whatever it is, we all have a human story. We've gotten a lot of interviews with folks following on Twitter and all of that, which is really exciting, because some of these folks I've been friends with on Twitter a long time, sometimes some years, just going back and forth. So to actually sit down in person and get to know one another in real life, it's a game-changing experience.
It's really cool what you're doing. I love it. To me, it's a dream of mine to do that, to kind of drive through America countryside and see all the greatness of our country. And, and it's, in this temperature of the world right now, it seems like something that, to love America and all that kind of stuff. But what are you gaining from this when you go to these towns and you talk to these people? It looks like you're having the greatest time. I see you're swimming in like the river, and one thing, you're talking with the people, you're eating different foods, you're meeting all different types of people. What are you getting out of this? What's CORIN? What's it in it for you at this point?
Well, the only thing that's ever been in it for me, was taking a moment that was completely cataclysmic for me in my life, in terms of my business shutting down, the financial pressure that put on me and my family and all of that, and having to make really serious life decisions on what to do. And then at the same time getting berated by the mainstream media about how bad and awful and backwards Americans are in this country, and creating this massive division between us. And I went to Austin. I interviewed dudes who were from the Black Lives Matter movement and all that. You won't know they are, because we don't talk about that.
Right.
But you're going to find that person's story, which is out there and published, but they're heavily involved in that. That's their thing. But when you hear their story, and then you hear the person's story who probably isn't about, that kind of going far on the movement, but still caring about everybody's lives and everybody getting together and everybody having the equal rights and freedoms that we should have, in this country, regardless of ethnicity or a social class or whatever.
Right.
We all share the same freedoms, and that's the main point. But I realized there was just nothing really happening in my industry at that point, and I was just, to be honest, I was really, really just in a sad place, and I had this idea a couple of years back. It was more of a comedy type of thing, of going to some of the Twitter followers that I interact with a lot, that are really hilarious, and going and like staying the weekend at their place and getting to know them and doing something, some stupid stuff, not jackass type of stuff, but going out, going miniature golfing, or drive some little racers or whatever. So, and I just thought that would be funny, and it was just on my mind. And then when all of this other stuff started happening this past couple of years, when this came up, I was like, I don't believe the narrative that they're pushing on me. And I would rather go out and disprove that narrative physically by going and sitting down with people and showing that it's okay to be close to one another. It's okay to talk and have, a genuine conversation about life and what has life been like for you,
Right.
And because it's about a paradigm shift. I was saying that people were asking to interview some famous people, and I was like, but what if one of those stories you heard, if you just took the exact same story and put it in Angelina Jolie's mouth or Brad Pitt's mouth or something like that, but it's the exact same story, is it suddenly more interesting?
Right.
No,
that's
it's about breaking. It's about breaking this idea that somehow people that the mainstream media tells us are important and special are more important and special
And that's why I think it's so important what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I want everybody to support you and all of that. One last thing is just about on the road during the COVID times. Is that a concern? Do you wear masks, or how are you handling it? Or what's the story with that
I
side
go
of it?
by, yeah. We just stick with whatever the deal is in the area that we're in. You know, if we're in an area where you got to go and put this on while you stand and wait for, a table at a restaurant, and then take it down as soon as you sit down, 5 feet from where you were just standing, do that.
Tuck this in. I'm sure I can take it. That worked great, didn't it?
You know what I mean? I don't mind. And if somebody is concerned or immunocompromised and they want to get together and have an interview and they prefer us, to be wearing masks and all of, totally fine. No worries there at all. As far as my personal self, I'm not worried about it one bit for myself personally. If
Right.
other people are concerned for themselves, I'm happy to, respect that and do whatever, I can do to make them feel safe and comfortable.
Awesome. Well, Corin, I love what you're doing, man. There's so many other things I would love to talk to you about, but we like the graffiti, all of those things.
Yeah, we can do it again. Yeah, we can do other chats.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I know you're traveling around. We want to keep you on the road, so we want people to go and help fund you to pay for the RV so you can continue on with your journey. I think it's important. I think it's awesome. I love what you're doing.
Well, the one thing I did want to let people know, this money, it's like, it's not just the RV. Like, now I've been able to get, so it was just 3 of us originally. And we were doing everything, myself, Scott, and Chad, my 2 partners on this and stuff. And we're doing everything, the sketch, the shooting, the editing, the uploading, the calling, the checking, the emails, it was insanity. And so then a producing partner of mine from LA, Ben Easterday, I'm talking to him and I'm just like having a breakdown. Like the whole, the wheels were about to fall off of this whole entire, adventure within the first week and a half, because it was just too much for 3 people to do. So he started slowly stepping in. And then a guy named Husky, who runs a podcasting studio in Missouri, stepped in to help us on some stuff. So we're starting to launch a bunch of things. We're going to have a full website launched. In fact, it launched today, Love America Tour website, which is going to consolidate everything into it.
Nice.
And then we have another young lady named Kat Newen, who has come on board to help in the scheduling and just the logistics and planning ahead in terms of the trip. So, the new fundraising, it has to go to, and we also have an editor out in LA now who's willing to come on board. And so that we can instead of us having to edit all of the actual interviews, we can shoot the interviews, upload it to the cloud. They can take care of that in LA and edit the interviews separately. And then we can focus on the rest of the experience during the travel. You know what I mean?
Right
Do
on.
some really cool kind of vignette things, get to visit, like my buddy who was the knife maker that we met.
Yeah.
Being able to like do an expose on somebody's hobby, somebody's special interest, somebody's shop, shine a light on what they're doing in life outside of the interview. And those are the kind of things that then we could then focus on and fill in all these blanks that are there between our stops. Like, it's like, where did they go? What happened? What have they been doing? And then interview. But we just don't have, we barely had the time to do that one that's just us splashing around in the water.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
we had to hustle to shoot that.
Tell us how you're feeling.
Hey, so right now I'm feeling a little chilly. This water is amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like we're out there having a relaxing time. We had to run down there, jump out, get the cameras, get all set up, and then go,
Yeah.
and then pack up all the cameras and then get back and then head back to, that's how fast it was. We were there probably like 35 minutes.
Wow. Yeah.
But it was great. It was a great place.
Yeah, it looked awesome, man. Well, God bless you, brother. All the best with your travels, my friend.
Thanks,
Keep
man.
on keeping on. We'll keep
Thanks,
tuning
Don.
in. Everybody, Love America Tour.
Love America Tour on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter. I am CORIN NEMEC. But the Love America Tour is a place to go.
Excellent. You broke up a little bit there. Let's see if we can get you for. Oh, there you are. Thank you, CORIN NEMEC. Thanks again, brother. Safe travels, my friend. Enjoy life in the RV. You rock. Keep on keeping on. Keep on trucking.
Love you, Don.
Love you too, my brother.
All right, my brother.
Peace, man.